greens, and a variety of condiments, while essential banchan like scallions, bean sprouts, and kimchi are neatly prepared and ready to be enjoyed. Thick cuts of pork shoulder are brought to the table, waiting patiently before meeting the heat of the grill. Once placed on the pan, the meat slowly begins to sizzle, cooking alongside mushrooms, kimchi, and sprouts. As aromas fill the air, as the pork grills evenly, a perfectly cooked piece is lifted and wrapped in a fresh perilla leaf with spicy scallions, creating a balanced and satisfying bite. To finish the meal, kimchi fried rice is prepared on the grill, topped with a rich egg yolk that melts into the rice for a creamy, comforting ending. Glowing charcoal creates a deep, smoky heat as premium beef and pork slowly begin to sear over the fire. The gentle crackle of the grill signals the start of the meal. Elegant banchan and carefully prepared side dishes are set across the table, while garlic and kimchi cook alongside the meat, building layers of rich flavor with every moment. Skewered pork roasts gently over the brazier, turning beautifully golden as the heat works its way through, enhancing texture and aroma. A fresh perilla leaf is then filled with warm rice, grilled meat, garlic, and kimchi, creating the perfect sambite, balanced and satisfying to complete the experience. A hot bowl of comforting doenjang stew is served, bringing warmth and depth to an authentic Korean barbecue finish. The self-serve bar offers fresh scallions, raw garlic, and kimchi, allowing each bite to be customized. A selection of dipping sauces follows, from spicy samjang to savory sesame oil and seasoned salt. Thick cuts of pork belly and shoulder are brought to the grill, ready to cook into a rich, savory bite. A large block of pork belly is placed on the pan, alongside enoki mushrooms and whole cloves of garlic, setting the scene for Korean barbecue. Fresh greens and sauces are prepared for wrapping, as the pork grills and develops a smoky aroma. Finally, 2 perfectly cooked pieces are lifted from the griddle, their fat rendered beautifully, and the meal ends with sizzling kimchi fried rice, topped with melted cheese and a sunny side-up egg. Fresh greens, kimchi, and pickled sides are ready, letting every bite be built to your taste. Rolled pork slices warm on the grill as their marbling melts and rich aroma rises. Pork belly sizzles on steady heat, turning golden beside garlic and mushrooms for a deep, savory flavor. A freshly grilled slice meets spicy chili, adding a sharp kick in one bite. Finally, kimchi and rice fry on the hot plate, blending into a rich, comforting finish that completes your Korean barbecue experience. A fresh self-serve bar offers endless greens and kimchi, ready to build your own Korean barbecue bite. Thick slices of pork belly slowly crisp over the heat, and as a rich soybean paste adds a bold, savory flavor. Fresh pork belly melts on the hot pan, while kimchi simmers beside tofu and greens, creating a deep, rich Korean aroma. Golden brown pork sizzles on the grill, then rests on a perilla leaf with seasoned scallions for a perfect wrap. Finally, thick cuts grill beside warm doenjang sauce, filling the air with smoky, savory aroma. A colorful set of sauces, kimchi, scallions, and fresh greens prepares each bite. Fresh pork belly and shoulder are paired with mushrooms and green chili, ready for the grill. Kimchi sizzles beside the meat, slowly caramelizing as the spicy flavor sinks into each slice. Tender pieces of pork and mushrooms release aroma over steady heat, building deep smoky richness. A perfectly grilled bite topped with fresh wasabi gives a clean, sharp finish. Finally, kimchi fried rice is mixed over high heat, ending the meal with a smoky, crispy flavor. Before the meat ever touches the grill, the table already sets the mood, with side dishes neatly arranged, signaling the start of a proper meal. When the table looks like this, you already know it's a good meal, built on balance, variety, and quiet anticipation. The moment the meat hits the grill, the flavor is decided, as heat and fat come together in just seconds. When pork and kimchi cook side by side, the answer becomes clear. Their aromas blending into something unmistakably Korean. Once everything is on the grill, the game is over, and all that's left is the perfect bite. That single bite makes it impossible to stop, and the meal isn't complete without the final dish to finish the story. A full set of sauces, greens, and seasoned sides is ready to build your perfect Korean barbecue bite, followed by fresh cuts of pork and vegetables placed over glowing heat. As the marinated slices begin to sizzle, each side slowly caramelizes, turning golden and crisp while the aroma fills the grill. Grilled pieces develop a smoky char beside a bubbling hot sauce, before a juicy slice topped with spicy seasoning offers the perfect kick of flavor. The experience closes with a warm bowl of steamed egg, rising gently for a soft and soothing finish to the meal. A full set of sauces and fresh greens prepares the perfect Sam, from crisp lettuce to spicy peppers. A colorful selection of banchan joins the table, ready to shape every bite. Fresh cuts of pork belly and pork shoulder are lightly seasoned and placed on the board, then sizzle on the circular grill as thick slices begin to crisp. Golden pieces cook beside peppers for a clean, smoky flavor, while a tender bite paired with grilled mushroom adds a deep, savory finish. The meal softly concludes with warm Korean steamed egg, rising gently with rich sauce melting over the top. A colorful spread of Korean banchan fills the table, from fresh greens to spicy kimchi, adding bright layers of flavor to every bite. Beside them, fresh scallion salad and seasoned bean sprouts bring a clean contrast to the richness of grilled meat. Thick, marbled cuts of pork are placed over the hot grate with mountain greens, beginning their slow transformation into tender barbecue. Soon, thin slices and kimchi sizzle together, caramelizing as fernbreak and spicy sprouts warm beside them. A perfectly grilled piece is placed on scallion salad with spicy sauce for a bold Sam bite, before rich kimchi fried rice finishes the meal with deep smoky flavor. A set of Korean sauces and toppings, onion soy, ssamjang, peppers, and seasoned salts, opens the meal with bold flavors. Fresh perilla leaves, crisp lettuce, and garlic create a refreshing wrap to balance the richness of the meat. Thick marbled pork cuts and thin slices of pork belly sizzle over glowing charcoal, slowly turning tender and flavorful as kimchi cooks beside them, adding deep aroma. Soon, a full spread of grilled pork and spicy sauce fills the table for an unforgettable feast. One piece dipped in roasted bean powder offers a nutty finish, and a serving of kimchi fried rice topped with seaweed delivers a warm, savory end to this Korean barbecue experience. A self-service station offers popular banchan like kimchi and fresh vegetables for diners to refill freely. The table is set with seasoned sprouts, pickled onions, and scallion salad to pair with the grilled meats. On the grill, pork belly, a round pork cut, and a king oyster mushroom cook together, showing the variety of flavors ahead. Seasoned pork strips curl over the heat as grill marks form, while rows of pork belly turn golden and crisp. Different cuts char over the open flame beside a warming bowl of dipping sauce. The perfect bite is grilled pork wrapped in a fresh perilla leaf with crunchy banchan and spicy pickled cucumber. The meal finishes with a bubbling pot of spicy Korean stew for a rich, comforting end. Korean barbecue begins with essential dipping companions: wasabi, spicy ssamjang, raw garlic, and a savory chili green onion sauce, setting the tone for bold flavor. Spicy kimchi and seasoned greens add texture and balance to the table. Premium pork cuts follow, from thick samgyeopsal to well-marbled shoulder, ready for the hot grill. As the meat hits the griddle, lean and fatty pieces sizzle, the pork belly tightening as its layers render. Soon, it's cut into golden, caramelized, bite-sized pieces. A crispy slice lifted by chopsticks glistens with rendered fat, ready for dipping. The feast ends with warm, fluffy garenjim, Korean steamed egg, offering a soothing, comforting finish. An impressive array of banchan fills the table, from spicy kimchi to marinated ferns and seasoned greens, showcasing the depth of Korean cuisine. Fresh pork belly pairs with king oyster mushrooms and green peppers, ready for the grill. Thinly sliced, marbled beef brisket is set for a quick sear, promising a rich, tender bite. As the grill heats, marinated beef and shiitake mushrooms sizzle with smoky aroma, while golden cubes of pork belly char beside garlic and kimchi, crisp outside and tender within. A perfectly grilled slice wrapped in a fresh perilla leaf with spicy condiments creates a vibrant Sam. The feast ends with warm, fluffy garenjim, Korean steamed egg, offering a comforting finish. The meal begins at the self-service bar, offering fresh banchan and greens, crisp lettuce, spicy peppers, and seasoned slices perfect for clean, refreshing Sam wraps. A premium cut of raw pork is elegantly plated with mushrooms, lotus roots, and fresh vegetables, setting the stage for a refined barbecue experience. As the meat hits the grill, thick cuts sizzle into a deep golden crust while smaller cubes cook to a crisp, creating rich, bite-sized pieces. A grilled slice topped with fried onions and scallions is wrapped in a fresh perilla leaf, delivering a balanced and flavorful Sam. The meal finishes with a warm bowl of mixed rice topped with seaweed and sesame seeds, offering a simple, savory end to the Korean barbecue feast. The meal begins with a table full of classic Korean banchan, creamy corn salad, seasoned chives, fresh garlic, and a colorful mix of pickled vegetables. These vibrant sides, from spicy kimchi to fresh perilla leaves, create the perfect foundation for the meal. Thick-cut pork shoulder and thin marbled beef are prepared for grilling, each promising tender, juicy bites. As they hit the hot cast-iron plate, pork belly cubes and onions sizzle and form a golden crust. The perfectly grilled pork is paired with caramelized onions and kimchi, then dipped into a bold red sauce that enhances its smoky richness. The experience ends with spicy kimchi fried rice spread across the hot plate, each grain coated in savory seasoning for a satisfying finish. Our Korean feast begins with a vibrant spread of fresh banchan, complete with bold sauces like samjang and crisped garlic to customize every bite. Thick cuts of seasoned pork belly are paired with classic sides, fermented kimchi and scallion salad, ready to grill together for richer flavor. As the meat hits the heat, pork belly and cubed shoulder sizzle over the flame, turning golden and crisp with smoky richness. A perfectly grilled piece is then wrapped in a fresh perilla leaf with sauce and kimchi, creating a flavorful Sam full of texture and balance. And to finish, kimchi fried rice topped with a runny, sunny side-up egg delivers a warm and satisfying end to this Korean barbecue experience. A full selection of fresh greens and vegetables is ready to build the perfect Korean barbecue wrap, crisp and vibrant in every bite. Premium cuts of pork belly, beautifully marbled and fresh, are paired with mild peppers to begin the meal with bold, natural flavor. As the grill heats up, thick slices of pork belly sizzle over the glowing coals, slowly turning golden as their rich flavor develops. Soon, the cubes caramelize over the charcoal, locking in smoky aroma and tender, juicy texture with every turn. A juicy grilled bite then pairs with cold, refreshing noodles, creating the perfect balance of heat and coolness. And to complete the experience, enjoy the fluffy delight of gyeran jjim, warm, savory, and perfectly cooked to soothe the palate between each flavorful bite. A fresh self-serve bar offers crisp vegetables, pickles, and sauces, everything you need to build the perfect Korean barbecue bite. Korean sides fill the table with fresh greens and vibrant flavors, setting the tone for the meal. Premium pork cuts with rich marbling are paired with mushrooms and vegetables, then lightly seasoned and ready for the grill. As the heat rises, golden pork cubes begin to sizzle, caramelizing and locking in smoky, juicy flavor. A perfectly grilled bite meets tangy pickled peppers, creating a bold burst of taste in every mouthful. And with good company and a toast of soju, the true essence of Korean barbecue comes alive. A fresh assortment of Korean sides, crisp vegetables, seasoned greens, and cool bites sets the perfect balance for the meal, adding color and texture to every bite. Beside them, premium pork cuts with rich marbling are prepared for the ultimate grill experience. As the thick cut belly hits the heat, it sizzles slowly, the fat melting and deepening the savory flavor. The pieces sear over the open flame, turning golden as the smoky heat locks in every drop of juice. Once perfectly cooked, the cubes are dipped into warm sauce and paired with tangy pickled peppers for a bold, refreshing finish. And to complete the meal, a soft, steaming egg custard rises gently in the pot, offering a warm and comforting break between each flavorful bite. A full lineup of fresh banchan and sauces sets the perfect balance for your Korean barbecue feast, giving you the freedom to build every bite. Fresh marbled pork is prepared for the grill, joined by sliced pork, kimchi, and sides as the table fills. Thick pork cubes quickly hit the heat, sizzling as they turn golden and release deep, smoky aroma. Crispy pieces sear and lock in rich juices, leading to a perfectly grilled bite, finished with a touch of wasabi for a clean, sharp edge. To complete the meal, a pot of spicy broth comes to a boil, softening the noodles and filling the air with warm, comforting flavor. A full table of fresh banchan sets the perfect tone for the meal, adding balance and color to every bite ahead. A rich lineup of sauces and sides completes the spread for an authentic Korean barbecue experience. Thick-cut pork cubes and marbled pork belly hit the grill, sizzling as the heat brings out their rich aroma. Pork, kimchi, garlic, and tofu cook together, building deep smoky flavor with every moment. Golden pork cubes continue to sear, leading to the highlight, a juicy grilled bite wrapped in crisp greens with seasoned toppings. And finally, a warm steamed egg, topped with simple, colorful ingredients, offers a comforting finish between each savory bite. A full spread of fresh banchan sets the perfect balance and color for every barbecue bite. Thick-cut pork belly and fresh pork pieces are laid out, rich and marbled, ready for the grill. As the heat rises, pork, kimchi, and mushrooms sizzle together, building deep Korean barbecue flavor. Golden pork pieces crisp over open flame, turning juicy with every flip. A perfect bite comes together as grilled pork meets seasoned scallions for a smoky burst of flavor. And between each bite, warm steamed egg rises softly, offering a light, comforting break. All right, everyone, let's start our Korean barbecue. The bean sprout side is ready to go. Here's the full banchan set, everything prepped before we start grilling. Now the star arrives, thin sliced pork belly, perfectly rolled for the grill. The pork belly hits the grill. Hear that sizzle as it starts cooking. The heat brings out smoke and flavor as the fat slowly melts. Now it's all ready, grilled pork with fresh greens and mushrooms. Here comes the best bite, juicy pork wrapped with veggies and bean sprouts. And when you need a break, this fluffy steamed egg warms everything up. Red-hot charcoal glows beneath the grill, ready to sear every bite with deep, smoky flavor. A clean spread of fresh sides adds balance and brightness to the meal. Premium labeled pork cuts, rich with marbling, hit the grill and begin to sizzle. Thick cubes and belly pieces sear over the heat, releasing a savory aroma with every turn. Soon, a juicy grilled bite meets a fresh scallion mix for a perfect burst of flavor. And to complete the experience, warm steamed egg rises softly as melted cheese flows over the top, adding a smooth, comforting finish. Thick pork belly begins to sizzle on the grill, wrapping fresh scallions in warm, smoky heat. Beside it, simple sauces wait, just enough to finish each barbecue bite perfectly. A clean spread of banchan adds balance, setting the tone for the meal. Premium pork hits the grill next, searing into juicy perfection as the marbling melts. Golden pieces sizzle louder, filling the air with deep, smoky aroma. Soon, a perfectly grilled bite appears, crispy outside, tender inside, full of flavor. And to complete the moment, a bubbling pot of kimchi stew rises with bold, comforting heat. A full self-serve bar, loaded with fresh greens and banchan, sets the perfect start, giving you everything you need for that ideal barbecue bite. Premium pork cuts are beautifully laid out, ready to deliver deep, rich flavor as they hit the grill. Thick slices of pork belly begin to sizzle, turning golden as smoky aroma rises through the air. Perfectly grilled pork cubes soon pile high, waiting to be dipped into bold, spicy sauce. A juicy piece wraps in crisp lettuce with fresh toppings, creating the perfect Sam moment. And beside it all, a warm, cheesy steamed egg rises softly with sweet kernels, while a clean set of sauces and sides completes the table for a flawless Korean barbecue experience. A fresh spread of banchan, greens, and warm broth sets the perfect stage for your Korean barbecue meal. Premium pork cuts arrive beautifully marbled and carefully labeled, promising a rich and flavorful grill experience. Thick slices of pork begin to sizzle on the grill, turning golden as a deep, smoky aroma rises. Soon, the pork cooks together with kimchi, creating the true harmony of Korean barbecue. The moment builds toward a perfect Sam, a juicy slice of grilled pork wrapped with crisp greens and seasoned scallions. And finally, a spoonful of steaming doenjang stew delivers warm, savory comfort in every bite. A fully stocked veggie and banchan bar sets the tone for the perfect Sam. Fresh banchan and warm broth frame the table, welcoming you into a true Korean barbecue feast. Beautiful marbled pork and mushrooms arrive, prepared for a premium start. As pork belly hits the grill, it sizzles toward rich, smoky perfection. Soon, pork, kimchi, garlic, and sprouts cook together, building a deep aromatic harmony. Thick pork cubes sear next, locking in smoky heat with every juicy burst. The meal comes together in a perfect Sam: juicy pork, fresh vegetables, and bold spice in one satisfying bite. Finally, a warm, fluffy steamed egg rises gently, delivering soft, comforting flavor. A sizzling grill surrounded by hearty banchan and bubbling stews sets the scene for true Korean barbecue at its best. A fresh spread of banchan and spices is ready to elevate every bite, while vibrant cuts of pork and bold sides begin the feast. Premium pork slices with beautiful marbling arrive, fresh, thick, and perfect for the grill. As they hit the heat, golden pieces sizzle and fill the air with rich, smoky aroma, caramelizing with every burst of flame. The experience builds toward a bold Sam, wrapping juicy pork, herbs, and rice into one perfect Korean bite. And to finish, a steaming spoon of doenjang stew delivers deep, hearty flavor in every mouthful. A full self-serve veggie bar offers crisp greens and toppings for the ultimate Sam, while a beautifully set Korean barbecue table brings fresh banchan and sauces to start the meal. A platter of premium pork cuts arrives, their marbling promising deep flavor on the grill. Soon, the vibrant spread hits the heat. Pork, kimchi, and sprouts sizzling together. Golden slices crisp beautifully as every juicy bite comes alive, followed by perfectly charred pieces locking in smoky aroma and tenderness. The feast continues with a perfect Sam, wrapping juicy pork and fresh vegetables in one bold bite. And to finish, savory kimchi fried rice topped with a silky egg delivers warm, comforting flavor. A fully stocked banchan bar awaits, offering fresh sides and sauces that elevate every Korean barbecue bite. A vibrant spread of premium banchan brings bold flavors to the table as freshly sliced pork belly and seasoned cuts with kimchi are prepped for the grill. Soon, the pork meets spicy peppers and sizzling kimchi, creating a rich, aromatic experience. Thick cuts begin to sizzle, turning golden as each juicy layer locks in flavor. From the grill comes a perfectly cooked bite, crispy, tender, and ready to melt with deep barbecue richness. And to complete the meal, a steaming spoon of kimchi stew delivers a burst of deep, spicy comfort in every mouthful. Premium meats rest in a controlled aging room, deepening their flavor and locking in peak quality before they reach the table. Fresh cuts are prepared alongside vibrant sides, perilla leaves, pickled peppers, and a spread of sauces. Everything ready for the perfect Korean barbecue start. A platter of beautifully marbled pork and king oyster mushroom sets the stage, promising a sizzling feast. As the thick pork pieces hit the grill, they sear instantly, the heat sealing in juicy tenderness with every smoky sizzle. Soon, rich cubes of pork are perfectly caramelized, ready to be wrapped into the ultimate Sam bursting with flavor. And to finish the meal, icy cold noodles served in a refreshing broth offer the perfect cooling finale. Premium cuts are chilled and rested in controlled cold storage, preserving peak freshness before they reach the grill. A vibrant spread of fresh greens and colorful banchan waits to create the perfect Korean barbecue bite. Thick, beautifully marbled pork belly is prepared, clean and ready for the heat. As the meat hits the grill, it sizzles instantly, turning golden and crisp with every flip as rich, smoky aroma fills the air. Soon, a full feast of perfectly grilled pork comes together with fresh sides and a warm bowl of doenjang stew. The ultimate Sam forms in one bite. Juicy pork, crunchy vegetables, and bold flavor, while a steaming, spicy stew bubbles beside it, delivering true Korean comfort. A stunning spread of fresh Korean side dishes sets the tone for an unforgettable meal, with everything you need for the perfect Sam right at your fingertips. Colorful dipping sauces, from wasabi to savory samjang and fresh garlic, are ready to elevate every bite. Beautifully marbled samgyeopsal and moksal hit the hot grill, sizzling as they turn golden and release a rich, smoky aroma. Soon, perfectly caramelized pork comes together with rice, kimchi, and a touch of wasabi for the ultimate Korean flavor bomb. And to complete the experience, a steaming bowl of spicy sundubu jjigae offers deep comfort with its soft tofu and rich, warming broth. A vibrant spread of fresh Korean side dishes sets the stage for an authentic dining experience. At the all-you-can-eat banchan bar, crisp lettuce, kimchi, garlic, and seasoned vegetables are ready for the perfect wrap. As the beautifully marbled pork hits the grill, it begins to sizzle, turning golden brown with smoky, crispy edges that release an irresistible aroma. Soon, the ideal Korean bite comes together: tender grilled pork with warm rice and spicy kimchi, finished with a touch of wasabi. And to complete the meal, a steaming bowl of sundubu jjigae arrives, its soft tofu and spicy broth offering deep comfort and a bold burst of true Korean flavor. Premium cuts age slowly in controlled chambers, deepening their flavor with every passing hour. A full spread of classic Korean sides is set on the table, ready to complete each bite of your barbecue feast. Fresh pork cuts are prepared, thick, marbled, and perfect for the grill. As they hit the heat, the pork begins to sizzle, searing into golden, juicy, smoky bites with every flip. Soon, perfectly grilled pork cubes come together with fresh greens, absorbing the warmth and smoky aroma for the ideal K-BBQ experience. And to finish, a steaming bowl of spicy Korean stew waits beside it all, packed with silky tofu and deep, comforting flavor in every spoonful. The self-bar is fully stocked with fresh sides, letting you build every bite your own way. A full spread of crisp, vibrant sides sets the perfect stage for your Korean barbecue feast. Thick slices of pork belly meet the heat, slowly turning golden as their juices lock in. The grill comes alive as the pork caramelizes, becoming smoky, juicy, and irresistibly rich. Soon, the sizzling meat surrounds fresh greens and bean sprouts, blending into a warm, aromatic harmony. Then comes the perfect bite: crispy grilled pork wrapped with fresh herbs and finished with a touch of wasabi. And finally, a hot soybean stew bubbles beside it all, offering deep, comforting flavor in every spoonful. The self-bar is fully stocked, letting you grab your favorite sides and build every bite your own way. A full table of fresh sides is ready, giving you everything you need to begin the perfect barbecue experience. Beautifully marbled beef is prepared and placed on the grill, sizzling as it turns into deep, smoky perfection. Fresh cuts of pork and mushrooms hit the heat, setting the stage for rich, savory flavors. Sizzling pork caramelizes on the grill, turning golden, juicy, and irresistibly smoky. Then comes the perfect bite: grilled pork topped with a touch of fresh wasabi for clean, sharp flavor. And to finish, fluffy steamed egg rises warm and soft, offering simple comfort in every spoonful. A full self-bar of sides and sauces waits for you, ready to let you customize every bite your own way. Fresh greens and crisp sides are prepared, setting the stage for the perfect barbecue experience. Beautifully marbled beef lands on the hot grill, sizzling as it transforms into deep, savory perfection. Thick pork slices begin to grill and soften, releasing rich juices with every turn. Pork belly and grilled tripe sizzle together, turning golden and irresistibly fragrant. A perfectly grilled pork bite rests on fresh kelp, clean, savory, and elevated by its subtle aroma. And to finish, a spoonful of sizzling fried rice, rich, smoky, and packed with flavor in every bite. Premium pork is dry-aged in controlled chambers, deepening its flavor hour by hour. Fresh sides, kimchi, scallions, and sauces are ready to complete every barbecue bite. Pork cuts with mushrooms and onions set the perfect start, and as they hit the grill, savory aromas rise immediately. Thick cuts sear beside sizzling kimchi and bean sprouts, building layers of smoky flavor. Charred to perfection, each juicy piece is dipped into rich sauce for the ultimate bite. And in the end, all those flavors come together in sizzling fried rice, rich, smoky, and irresistible. Thick, fresh pork cubes are prepared and ready to hit the grill, marking the beginning of your perfect barbecue experience. Side dishes are set all around, vegetables, sauces, and fresh toppings, all waiting to elevate every bite. Premium pork cuts, beautifully prepared, are placed on the hot grill, slowly sizzling as they turn into juicy, smoky perfection. Each piece cooks to a golden crisp on the outside while staying tender inside, creating that unforgettable bite bursting with rich, smoky flavor. And as the grill works its magic, a warm bowl of fluffy steamed egg topped with melting cheese adds comfort and balance to the meal, completing the ultimate Korean barbecue moment. Premium dry-aged cuts deepen in flavor inside controlled chambers, while fresh sides of garlic, kimchi, chives, and sauces are prepared to elevate each bite. Beautifully marbled beef is sliced and placed on the grill, where rising heat slowly sears it into smoky perfection, juicy pieces sizzling as they absorb rich flavor, leading to that golden brown, crisp yet tender bite of pure satisfaction, all completed by a steaming bowl of bold, spicy Korean stew that brings the entire barbecue experience together. A beautiful Korean barbecue table is set with fresh sides, vegetables, and sauces ready for the perfect meal, where premium, richly marbled cuts of beef and pork promise intense flavor before they hit the grill. The charcoal glows deep red, spreading heat as the first pieces of meat are placed down, slowly sizzling and smoking to a golden sear, while sides like mushrooms and kimchi warm, and the meat is soon cut into juicy bite-sized pieces that are crisp outside and tender inside, ready for one perfect seasoned bite, lifted with chopsticks, and the entire experience is completed by a warm, fluffy steamed egg bubbling beside the grill, adding comfort to the pure satisfaction. Fresh greens and a full set of sides are prepared, giving you everything you need for the perfect Korean barbecue experience. Sauces and toppings are ready too, each adding its own burst of flavor. The meat hits the heat and slowly warms as the vegetables and sauce wait beside it. Soon, it develops a beautiful sear, locking in smoky flavor and becoming perfect for dipping into that rich, bubbling sauce. Mushrooms, fresh vegetables, and sizzling pork blend together in a harmony of taste and aroma. And that perfect bite, crispy outside, juicy inside, delivers pure satisfaction. To finish, a warm, fluffy steamed egg adds a soft, comforting touch to every barbecue bite. All the sides are set on the table, and everything is prepared for the perfectly grilled pork belly that's about to sizzle. The sauces and toppings are ready as well, each one adding its own flavor so we can build the perfect bite. Here we have thick, premium cuts of meat waiting to meet the heat of the grill, and beside them, fresh pork belly and crisp greens, all prepared and ready to cook. The thin pork slices begin to grill beautifully, mixing with the aroma of the fresh sides around them. And as the grill heats up, the thick pork cuts start to sizzle, while the smaller pieces cook to perfection right beside them, creating the perfect harmony of flavors. Let's start with K-BBQ, dipping sauces, fresh herbs, and every flavor ready on the table. Our bean sprout salad is set, light, fresh, and perfect for pork belly. Here comes the thin sliced pork belly, beautifully rolled and ready for the grill. The pork belly hits the heat, and that first sizzle means the feast has begun. Smoke rises as the fat melts. This aroma is the heart of K-BBQ. Now the meat is cut into perfect bites with fresh minari and mushrooms. Here comes the perfect Sam, juicy pork wrapped with veggies and bean sprouts. And finally, sizzling pork with an ice-cold beer, pure Korean happiness. Unlimited sides and fresh veggies are ready. Take what you want and get your table set. Fresh greens and side dishes are prepared, perfect for wrapping up your grilled meat. Here it is, fresh thick pork belly, ready to go straight onto the hot grill. Check out this marbling. This beef is just waiting to meet the fire. The heat hits the beef, and it sears beautifully, locking in rich, smoky flavor. These pork bites grill perfectly, crispy outside and juicy inside every piece. It doesn't get better than this. Cheers! Fresh greens and condiments are neatly prepared, ready to complement every bite and set the foundation of the meal. Glowing charcoal and carefully arranged banchan define the unmistakable atmosphere of Korean barbecue. Thick-cut pork belly rests on the grill, its rich layers clearly visible as the heat begins to rise. Beside it, thick-cut beef with deep marbling waits for the fire, promising bold flavor. As the pork sears over high heat, smoke lifts into the air, releasing a savory aroma. The meat continues to sear slowly, locking in juices while the surface turns golden. Grilled pork is then wrapped with fresh vegetables, creating a perfectly balanced bite. To finish, a bubbling pot of doenjang stew warms the table, adding depth and comfort to the meal. A wide selection of sauces and sides is ready, letting you build each bite your own way. Fresh greens and vegetables complete the colorful Korean barbecue table. Thick pork belly is placed on the hot grill, slowly turning tender and savory. Vegetables cook beside the meat, adding smoky aroma and rich flavor. Grilled pork pairs with warm stew for a comforting Korean feast. A perfect wrap is made with fresh greens and juicy pork in one satisfying bite. Finally, the fluffy steamed egg rises warmly, finishing this delicious barbecue experience. A wide selection of sides and greens is ready for you to customize every bite. Freshly arranged dishes complete the table with balance and color. Thick pork slowly sears on the grill, releasing a warm, smoky aroma as the heat rises. Beautiful marbled beef waits to become tender and juicy, while pork, kimchi, and mushrooms cook together, building a deep, savory flavor. As the meat grills beside vegetables, each bite becomes richer and more fragrant. Grilled pork wraps perfectly with fresh greens, delivering a satisfying savory taste in one bite. Finally, fried rice sizzles on the hot pan as the egg melts in, adding a creamy finish to this Korean barbecue experience. Fresh cuts are stored in the cold room to keep the meat at peak flavor. Fresh sides and vegetables are ready so you can build every bite your own way. Pork belly and vegetables are neatly arranged, ready for a rich Korean barbecue. Thick cuts begin to sear on the hot grill, releasing warm aroma as they're cut and cooked. Golden pork pairs with roasted vegetables for a deep, savory taste. A juicy piece meets fresh greens and garlic for one perfect bite. And finally, kimchi fried rice sizzles under a sunny egg, completing this warm and comforting meal. Fresh pork is stored in a cold room, keeping its natural flavor at its best. A full Korean barbecue setup brings fresh greens, kimchi, sauces, and sides, so every bite feels different. A platter of rich pork belly and shoulder is ready for the grill, showing beautiful marbling and texture. Thick slices slowly turn golden on the hot grill as juicy flavor starts to sizzle. Pork cooks beside greens and kimchi, building a warm, smoky aroma with every moment. A grilled piece with a touch of wasabi creates a clean and rich bite. And finally, the fluffy steamed egg rises inside the stone pot, warm and comforting, completing this simple yet delicious Korean barbecue experience. Premium pork is stored at low temperature, keeping its flavor perfectly fresh. Korean sides and greens prepare the table, letting every bite be built with balance. Thick pork belly is neatly prepared, ready to grill into a tender Korean barbecue bite. Fresh pork and mushrooms are arranged together, ready for rich flavor. As meat and vegetables sizzle, a warm aroma slowly fills the grill. A golden slice is lifted from the heat, juicy and tender with each bite. Finally, the steamed egg rises in the hot bowl, soft, warm, and comforting. Fresh sides, kimchi, and sauces wait at the self-bar, letting every bite be customized your own way. A full Korean barbecue setup brings greens and banchan for balance and flavor. Thick, marbled pork is placed on the grill, slowly searing into a juicy bite as kimchi and sprouts release a warm, smoky aroma. Each grilled piece pairs with fresh greens and seasoned sprouts, turning into a rich and balanced wrap in one bite. Finally, a cool bowl topped with kimchi and egg offers a refreshing finish with deep, savory flavor, completing this Korean barbecue experience. A full self-bar of greens, pickles, and sauces lets you build every bite your own way. A fresh plate of sauces and garlic invites you to shape each flavor. Richly marbled pork belly is paired with mushrooms and peppers, preparing a savory start. Classic Korean sides are set with the pork, ready for the grill. Thick pork slowly turns golden, sealing in juicy flavor. Beef sears over charcoal, building deep smoky notes. A juicy bite of pork meets sprouts and garlic, creating a balanced Korean wrap. And finally, cheesy kimchi fried rice completes the meal with a warm, comforting finish. Fresh greens and classic Korean sides are set to balance every barbecue bite. Korean pickles add bold flavor, while premium beef and mushrooms prepare a rich beginning on the grill. Thick pork slowly cooks over charcoal, locking in deep smoky taste, and golden pieces sear to a juicy finish. Pork belly and spicy sides simmer together, building a savory experience, and a golden bite from the grill shows its smoky depth. Finally, cold buckwheat noodles and icy broth deliver a clean and refreshing ending to the meal. Premium pork cuts are carefully chilled, prepared for fresh grilling quality. Kimchi and green onion kimchi bring bold, spicy balance to every barbecue bite, while premium Korean beef is paired with vegetables, ready for a rich grill experience. Thick, fresh pork slowly warms on the grill, preparing for a deep, smoky sear. Thick pork belly slowly grills, locking in smoky flavor, and golden slices line the grill, holding that juicy sear. A golden piece meets fresh greens, creating a balanced Korean bite. And finally, cheesy kimchi fried rice melts together, finishing the meal with warm and rich comfort. This is where the magic happens. Fresh greens, bold sauces, and endless flavor choices. Choose your weapon, as savory sauces stand ready to level up every bite. Thick, fresh pork waits its turn before hitting the grill to steal the show. Chunky and bold raw beef cubes step in, ready to become grill legends. Listen to that sizzle. Golden pork sears fast, turning juicier with every smoky second. Raw and fearless, this pork reaches sizzling fame in moments. Mission accomplished, as golden pork piles high, juicy and dangerously good. And just when you think it's over, cheese rain alert, kimchi fried rice gets its final melty glow up. The table is fully loaded, side dishes everywhere, and everyone means business. Thin, spicy greens step in, ready to wake up every bite. Raw, marbled, and seasoned just right, the meat waits only moments from grill glory. Thick pork belly steps up, flexing its layers before hitting the heat. Flip, sear, repeat. The grill works non-stop, chasing perfection with every sizzle. Beef, pork, greens, and kimchi share the grill, and nobody holds back. One leaf, one bite, zero regrets. This is Korean barbecue done right. And just when you think it's over, kimchi fried rice sizzles its way to legendary status. Small bowls, big attitude, every side dish is ready to fight for attention. Dip wisely, because these sauces decide whether your bite is good or truly legendary. Raw, marbled, and confident, the meat waits quietly, and the grill already knows what's coming next. Look at that marbling. This beef is dressed to impress before the fire starts. Sizzle mode on, as pork, kimchi, and sprouts battle for the hottest spot. Golden cubes hit peak perfection, while a juicy bite pauses just seconds from total flavor domination. And between all that sizzle, soft and fluffy steamed egg steps in, as the calm before the next bite. Small bowls, big personalities, every side dish is ready to steal the spotlight. Quick warning, these sauces mean business. One dip, and there's no going back. Raw, thick, and perfectly marbled, this meat already knows the grill is waiting. Bold and proud, the lineup stands ready before the fire even starts. Heat rises, fat melts, smoke rolls in, and thick cuts slowly sear as the grill works its magic. Sizzle confirmed, juicy cubes everywhere, every bite a clear grill victory. One leaf, one perfect bite, juicy meat, spicy greens, zero regrets. And to finish it off, cold and refreshing, this final bowl resets your taste buds in one clean slurp. Side dishes everywhere. This table goes all in on flavor from the start. The full Korean barbecue spread is set with fresh greens, bold sides, and drinks ready to keep things moving. Perfectly sliced and neatly lined, the raw meat waits calmly for the heat. Thick and beautifully marbled, the pork steps up, ready to meet the fire. Fat melts, kimchi sizzles, and the grill begins working pure magic. Golden cubes crackle. Crispy outside, juicy inside, no explanation needed. One leaf, one juicy bite, crispy pork, and fresh greens deliver instant happiness. And just when it feels complete, cheese falls like snow as kimchi fried rice reaches its legendary finis. Behind glass, perfection waits. Aged cuts resting patiently, already knowing the grill will call. Time has done its work, building flavor long before the fire begins. Small bowls, big attitude. Every side dish stands ready to lift the next bite. Thick cuts, raw but beautiful, dressed with herbs, confident even before the heat. Look at that marbling. Bold, fearless, made for the fire. Now listen. The sizzle. Fat melts, smoke rises, and texture turns into aroma. The pork belly party begins. Golden cubes popping on the grill. One leaf, one perfect bite. Juicy pork, sauce, and balance. The final move. Crispy pork, sharp wasabi wrapped in seaweed, nothing else needed. Welcome to the self-bar. Sauces, pickles, and sides stand by to upgrade every single bite. Meet the flavor squad: salt, sauce, garlic, wasabi, and seaweed, all ready for action. Thick, raw, and beautifully marbled, this pork is just seconds away from serious heat. The grill waits, the table is full. This is the calm before a very delicious storm. Thin slices hit the grill fast. Quick sizzle, quick flip, smoky anticipation rising. Then it happens. Juicy pork cubes everywhere, smoke filling the air, patience officially gone. And there it is, the perfect bite, crispy edges, juicy center, pure satisfaction. To finish strong, soft and fluffy steamed egg steps in, gently stealing the spotlight. Pork belly is stored at low temperature to keep it fresh, maintaining its texture and flavor before cooking. Thick-cut raw pork belly is prepared, showing clean layers of meat and fat, ready for the grill. Once placed on the pan, the pork belly begins to cook, grilling slowly together with kimchi. Basic side dishes are served alongside, completing a classic Korean barbecue table. When the pork belly is fully grilled, it's wrapped with fresh vegetables for a balanced bite. One bite of pork belly with seasoned vegetables brings rich flavor and texture together. And to finish the meal, kimchi fried rice becomes the perfect ending. Meat is carefully stored in a dry aging refrigerator, allowing it to maintain freshness and develop deeper flavor. Before cooking, raw meat with rich marbling is prepared, showing its quality and texture, ready for grilling. Thick cuts of meat are then placed on the pan, slowly grilling as heat brings out their natural juices. While the meat cooks, a variety of side dishes are served, creating a balanced and familiar Korean barbecue table. Once perfectly grilled, the meat is cut into bite-sized pieces, making it easy to enjoy at its best moment. A perfectly grilled piece of pork belly is lifted, ready to eat right away. And to finish the meal, kimchi fried rice completes the experience. Before grilling begins, fresh meat and vegetables are prepared together. Thick-cut pork belly is arranged with fresh vegetables, showing clean layers and balanced portions. Once placed on the hot pan, raw pork belly begins to grill slowly, as the heat brings out its natural flavor. The meat grills evenly, developing texture and aroma over time. While the meat cooks, basic side dishes and sauces are served, along with a variety of sides that complete the Korean barbecue table. When the meat is perfectly grilled, a bite-sized piece is lifted from the pan, ready to be enjoyed. Enjoying a balanced bite with fresh vegetables brings harmony to the flavors. And on the side, soft steamed egg gently finishes the meal. A well-balanced table is served with grilled meat, as meat and side dishes are fully set around the grill. Raw pork belly with rich marbling is prepared, ready to be placed on the grill. Thick-cut meat is set on the hot pan to start cooking, slowly releasing its flavor. As the pork belly cooks evenly on the grill, meat and vegetables finish together on the pan. Once perfectly grilled, the meat is cut into bite-sized pieces and enjoyed as a bite of pork wrapped with vegetables and kimchi. A variety of vegetables and side dishes are ready to enjoy, with the grill and side dishes fully set on the table. Thick-cut raw pork belly is placed on the grill and begins cooking evenly on the hot surface. As the pork belly grills, pork belly and tripe cook together on the pan, adding richness and texture to the meal. Once perfectly grilled, a piece of pork belly is lifted from the grill, ready to be enjoyed. A bite of pork belly, wrapped in fresh perilla leaf, brings balance to the flavors. And the meal is finished with kimchi fried rice. Before grilling begins, fresh meat and vegetables are carefully prepared. Thick-cut raw meat is placed on the grill to start cooking, as strong charcoal heat brings out the flavor of the meat. The meat continues grilling on the pan, slowly reaching a golden finish. As it cooks, meat, mushrooms, and vegetables grill together, adding depth and balance to the flavors. While grilling, a variety of side dishes pair well with the meat, and a warm stew is served alongside the grill. Finally, the grilled meat is lifted to check its doneness, ready to be enjoyed. The grill and side dishes are fully set on the table, creating the perfect setting for the meal. Before grilling begins, fresh meat and vegetables are carefully prepared together. Raw meat with clear marbling is arranged with fresh vegetables, showing quality and balance. Thick-cut raw meat and vegetables are placed together on the grill as cooking begins over steady heat. Well-marbled meat starts to grill on the hot grate, slowly releasing its natural flavor. As time passes, the meat grills evenly on the hot pan, developing texture and aroma. Once perfectly grilled, the meat is ready to be enjoyed, served simply with sauce to finish the dish. A variety of side dishes is served with the meat, creating a balanced table before grilling begins. Raw meat with rich marbling is prepared and carefully placed on the grill. A richly marbled cut meets the heat, marking the start of the cooking process. As the meat cooks, it begins searing quickly over open flames, developing flavor and texture. Throughout the process, the well-marbled meat is handled carefully on the grill to ensure even cooking. Finally, a perfectly cooked piece is lifted, crisp on the outside and juicy inside, ready to be enjoyed. A wide selection of vegetables and sauces is available to choose from. Setting the table before grilling begins. A variety of sauces and seasonings is served with the meat, adding different flavors to enjoy. Seasoned raw pork belly is prepared and evenly placed on the grill, ready to cook. As the heat builds, the pork belly slowly cooks on the hot grill, releasing its natural aroma. Pork and kimchi grill together on the pan, building rich flavor as they cook. Finally, a piece of grilled pork is lifted, dipped in sauce, and wrapped in a perilla leaf with seasoning, ready to be enjoyed. A full table of side dishes is prepared to pair with the meat, setting the tone before grilling begins. Fresh meat and vegetables are carefully prepared, ready for the grill. Raw pork, kimchi, and bean sprouts are placed together, starting the cooking process on the hot grill. As the heat builds, pork and kimchi cook together, releasing rich flavor. The temperature is checked to ensure the meat grills evenly. Fresh herbs are added, grilling alongside the pork to enhance aroma. A bite of pork is wrapped with fresh vegetables in a perilla leaf, and the meal is finished with a spoonful of kimchi fried rice. Small bowls with big personality set the stage. Fresh greens, crisp and alive, wait for what's coming. Thick cuts show clean marbling and quiet confidence. Pork belly meets the heat as kimchi cooks alongside, releasing deep aroma. Fat melts, the sizzle speaks, smoke turns into flavor. One leaf, one perfect bite. Juicy pork, greens and sauce in balance. Crispy outside, juicy inside. This is the perfect moment. The setup comes first, sides ready for every taste. Meat and greens laid out clean, only the fire is missing. Thick cuts show clear marbling, anticipation builds before the heat. Fat renders, flavor stays. This is the sweet spot. Golden outside, juicy inside. Pork, greens, and sauce on one leaf. Balance in a single bite.